Now, from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports.
It's the medical news Missouri basketball fans have been waiting months for. Michael Porter Jr. has reportedly been cleared to return to the court. South Carolina women's basketball coach Dawn Staley is suing Missouri Athletic Director Jim Sturk. Staley is suing Sturk for defamation and asking $75,000. Sturk says South Carolina fans spit on Mizzou players and called them racial slurs after the game at South Carolina in January. Sturk accused Staley of creating an atmosphere where his players were disrespected, and the SEC fined Sturk $25,000 for his comments. The Missouri softball team is in California for the Mary Nutter Classic. 2 games on the schedule for the Tigers yesterday. First up, the BYU Cougars. And Missouri picked up an 8-6 win. And after that, it was the 13th ranked Arizona Wildcats who defeated Missouri in that contest 9-4. Big night on the high school hardwood with small school playoffs underway and the regular season wrapping up for the big ones. Jeff City and Hickman renewing their mid-Missouri rivalry in girls basketball last night. First quarter, Greta Harriman hits a 3 for Jeff City to get the offense started, and the Jays are off and running. Hickman answers back, though. Good ball movement here leads to Emma Chapman with the put-in. She had a big first quarter, but Jefferson City, though, starting to pull away. Sarah Lithicum here is going to receive the pass, drive and score. Jays add to their lead, and they weren't quite done just yet. Here they miss a 3, but Mika Lithicum is there to clean it up. Jays up big, and Jefferson City defeats Hickman 54-33. Meanwhile, at Rockbridge, the Bruins holding their senior night for 5 players, and they came ready to play against Helias. The Bruins passed the ball around well as Aaron Pewitt feeds senior Katie Clucking from behind the arc as the hosts went up 20-9 at the end of the first. Fresh off scoring her 1,000th career point, Peyton McAllister grabs the steal from Helias' Lauren Alexander and adds the nifty behind-the-back dribble, then scores, and she's all smiles. Bruins are up big, and just for good measure, McAllister gets the easy bucket again, thanks to this dime of a bounce pass from Addie Logsdon for the senior-to-senior connection. And the Bruins take this one 76-48 and push their record to 16-7. An AFC West showdown between the Chiefs and Oakland Raiders. KC just 2-2, but the Raiders are off to an impressive start at 4-1. Rainy day in Oakland yesterday, but despite the raindrops, the Raiders got on the board first. Derek Carr hits Andre Holmes, who makes a spectacular catch in the back of the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown. 7-0 Oakland. Second quarter, all tied at 7. Jamal Charles injured for most of the season. He gets a 4-yard rushing score. Charles' first touchdown this season gives the Chiefs a 13-7 lead. A little creative play calling going on here. Defensive lineman Dontari Poe catches it in the backfield and lowers his head to bulldoze forward for a 1-yard touchdown. 20-10 Kansas City, and the Chiefs defense continued to terrorize Derek Carr. On second down, Carr takes off and is strip sacked by Dee Ford. Tom Bahali recovers the fumble for Kansas City at its own 12-yard line, and that'd be the nail in the coffin. The Chiefs, your winners, 26-10, your final. The second round of the high school football playoffs kicked off last night with Rockbridge looking to extend its season against Blue Springs South. The 9-1 Rockbridge Bruins getting fired up to defend their home turf. And folks, as a matter of fact, this was an ugly game to say the least. In the first quarter, quarterback Trevor Tweehouse can't find anyone open, so he's going to take off, does a quick spin move, cuts back, and gets tripped up. Unfortunately, just like the Rockbridge offense, as a matter of fact, as this one was 0-0 at the half. Second half, Tweehouse finds Mizzou commit Nate Pete for a touchdown. But hold on, folks, there's some laundry on the field. A holding penalty is going to call the touchdown back. Rockbridge would go down 10-0 in the fourth, but tie it up and force overtime, only to fall in a heartbreaking 16-13 upset to end their magnificent season. Battle looking to make another deep postseason run after making semis in 2016, hosting Ruskin. First play for Ruskin, Shakespeare Williams can't handle the snap and battles Samil Harris, falls on it, but the Spartans were cold literally and figuratively after a bye week. Later in the first, quarterback Jaron Lewis looks deep, but the wind carries the ball into the arms of a Golden Eagle defender. The Spartans could not score in the first half, but in the third quarter, Darren Jordan takes care of that. He takes this carry and he eats up the defense. Look at him go. 19 yards for the score. Battle goes on to win 21-0. The 13th-ranked Missouri Tigers look to extend their 3-game win streak to 4 against the Auburn Tigers last night. Players decked out in pink for the annual Play for K games. Let's start things off in the second half. Missouri up double digits, passes Sierra Porter, who drives and finds Lauren Aldridge for 3. She buries it, and Mizzou goes up by 17 early in the third quarter. But Auburn not going away quietly. They make a run after a missed shot by Deja Alexander. She comes up with a steal and makes up for it with the lay-in, counted, and the foul. But the Missouri ball movement was just a little too much for Auburn to handle. Here it leads to a Jordan Roundtree 3 in the corner, and there's nothing but net on that one. Mizzou goes up by 10 midway through the fourth quarter, and later, just for good measure, here's Jordan Frericks driving and laying it up and in. She had a game-high 19 points, and the Tigers win 59-51, Mizzou that is, and they pick up their 21st win of the season. Staying on the court, a couple of girls' high school games in Jefferson City. We start with Rockbridge taking on the Lady Jays. Both teams taking to the hardwood with identical records at 14-6. Early on, freshman Hannah Nigels hits the three-pointer, and the Jays lead 11-6. Rockbridge, though, would answer. Katie Clucking is found in the corner, and she knocks down the three-pointer as the Bruins keep up with the pace. Next possession, Erin Pewitt finds Clucking again, 6 straight points for Clucking, and the Bruins only trail by 1. Jefferson City starting to go inside, however, as here Sarah Lithicum grabs the offensive rebound. She lays it up and in. Rockbridge coach Jill Nagel trying to get her team to stop the inside scoring, but the Jays too big, too strong. This time it's Mika Lithicum with the rebound and putback, and the Lady Jays win 51-47. Moving down the street to Hickman at Helias. Hickman moving the ball well. The first shot here misses, but Taylor Spencer cleans it up with the rebound and putback. But Helias had 3 girls in double digits. Senior Erin Wyrick scored 14 points, including this nice bucket through traffic. And then Ellie Rockers takes this for 2. She also finished in double digits. Hickman trying to keep up, though. Coach Anna Rorving drawing something up, and Kaylee Johnson is going to knock down the three-pointer off the inbound pass, and the Cupies only trail by 8. But Helias too strong. Rockers takes this one all the way. Helias never lets up control, and they win 49-38. And lastly, the St. Louis Blues faced a critical divisional matchup last night at home against the surging Colorado Avalanche. The Blues lost Tuesday night to the Minnesota Wild 6-2, and goaltender Carter Hutton getting his 3rd consecutive start. Here he makes a save early on this Colorado shot. And how's this for a start? Just 3 seconds in, Braden Shen and Gabriel Landeskog drop the gloves. First time Shen has fought since joining the Blues. Coach Mike Yeo juggling the forward lines to generate some offense, just 4 goals in their last 3 games. Shen doing it all. He gets the Blues on the board in the first period with this power play goal, his 22nd goal of the year. Blues up 1-0, and St. Louis would run away with this one. Blues win it 6-1. And that's it for sports.